again. We're going to start the Microsoft application on 100 version at the moment. Now you can see this is my phone screen in portrait mode. But once I bend it, I set that already to landscape mode. Now we start by clicking the app, which is called Microsoft Office. This is how the app will look like once you've downloaded it on your mobile phone. And I want you to understand that this app actually works for free, and at the same time you can be able to sign up on it. Sometime when you finish downloading it, it's going to request you to sign up, and you need to sign up with your account on it. So now let's begin. When you open it, it's going to load itself and you have the screen like this. Now you're going to start any action on it by clicking the plus button. Once you click the plus button, that is where you can be able to add up a data file on Microsoft Office. Now you can either start by using Word document, Excel, PowerPoint, or Microsoft Form. At the same time, if you want to create an image file, it can be that you want to take a snapshot of a document. You can use scan, which is this, or if you're taking a voice note, you can use this. Likewise, if you're taking a note, maybe you are in a meeting and you want to take a note of the meeting, you can make use of this as well. So those are the function of the additional features of quick capture. However, we are creating data, so we're using Microsoft Word document for today. So clicking on Microsoft Word document is going to pop up these options on the screen, which is scan a text, dictate, blank document, or create from templates. Now if you're creating a Word document by scanning a previous document, what does that mean? Like you have a printed copy out before and you want to edit that previous copy, you can scan it by using the camera of your device. However, if you also want to make a command to allow your phone to type what you're dictating to it, you make use of the feature of what dictate. Now if you're creating a blank sheet, that's blank Word document, you can make use of this one here. The same thing if you're creating from a template. Now I'm going to start from this very one here, that's creating from a template, which is what we're going to look at today in this unit. So let's start by creating from a template. So if your device is connected to the internet, it's going to request you to select a template from the ones that the application has from its background here. So you can see a lot of templates as I scroll. Can involve the one that has pictures or the one that has just pure text. However, what is a template? A template is like a guide that enables you to create your own content from the previously created content. I hope you understand that now. Very good. So now let's start up by using this template. For instance, this news to the internet, you might not be able to access some of these templates. However, if you have connected it to internet before during the process of signing up, you can just be able to create from there directly, and it will have been installed on your mobile phone before now. So let's create blank document, for instance. So blank document, I can also create it from here. So now here I have my Word document on mobile device. So if we are working with an edition of a paper, for instance, I want to type or edit on this piece of paper. Now you have different way to insert your information on it. Now take for instance, we just want to type a few words on it. You double click on that cursor. Can you see that cursor beeping? Good. Once you double click on it, it's going to pop out your keyboard, and at the same time your microphone. So let's test this microphone and check the features. You allow it on your mobile device. So if it's being used by, so actually I'm using it for taking the record of this video, so I might not be able to use it to instruct my own mobile device from here. So however, I can return back to the keyboard so that I will be able to type. Now let's type. For instance, I want to type a letter to my friend. So the heading of this letter, for instance, put a comma here. Now, how do I move the cursor to the next line? I click on enter button. I hope you're aware of that. So this button. So once you click on it, it's going to move the cursor to the next line. So plot what? 51, 52, new F layout. Then we also have Mina, Niger State. Am I correct? Yes. And you put this in a new line. Yes. Then we've got today's date. Take for instance, today is 28th of January 2022. A full stop there, isn't it? Now after this you put a comma, right? Good. So now we're done with typing. Now this is a content that we have written on the Word document using our keypad. Now you can highlight this and start manipulating it on Microsoft Word document. So all these things that you can see below, they are called ribbons. All these things under here, they are called what? Ribbons. So now if I start on each of them, I'm going to start with the B. This B is the bold option, the italicized feature, underline. This is to shade the text and highlight it, while the A is to give the font color. Let's try it. Give the font color blue, for example. You can see that the text color has changed to blue. That's the feature of this ribbon here. That's alphabet A with a rectangle colored under. That tells you that that alphabet should be in what color? That blue color. If I want to change it, I just need to highlight by double clicking on or around, and you use this peg to what? To highlight your words that you have selected. So all this now, I'm going to explain them to you as time goes by. All these things that popped up now, those black things that just disappear. Yes, you have the scissors. This is a copy option. This is a paste option. Now you have more paste option. You can keep source formatting and all these things. When we get to the next unit, we're going to look at all those things one after the other. So now this feature here, this is this one that has a pen, is an highlighter. So it means this text, the background, how do I want it to look like? Take for instance, I want it to have a red background. Can you see that the background is now what? It's now red in color. I hope you can all see it clearly. You can see that the background is red in color, but I don't want the background, so I'll just give it no fill. So I'll click on it and instruct this that it should give what? No fill. So you can see that those things are what? Are off. So then you can also make this thing. For instance, I have highlighted this content and I want to make them to appear like a bullet point. What do you mean by bullet point? listed points. So I can click on this option here. So you can click it. For instance, you can see that Al-Hali International School, plot 51, F layout, Mina, Niger State in bullet form. So that's the function of this icon here, this particular one, bullets. Now this is for the next one is numbers. So if you want to make it in a numbering format, you can just click on it. It's going to change it to what? Into a form of bullet, but they will be in a numbered form. All together now. So if you want to deactivate it, there is a way to do that. Now there's a button up here. This one. Look at this. This is called undo button. Undo. U-N-D-O. That's to return what you've done. If you click on it, it's going to return back the text you've written and deactivate the effect you have done to it. So now, for instance, I want to move this whole content to my right hand side. That's when I'm going to use this tab features. So I'm increasing the indent by moving it to where? Towards the right. So if I click on it, you see it has moved, it has moved, it has moved. However, you must highlight the whole text before you can be able to move it like that. So if I want to move it backward, I'll click the next one. The next, can you see it? This one. So I want to move it forward like this. Just like you always write the address of a letter, there's a writer's address which is at the top right corner of your book. So you have something like this. I want my text to what? To appear at this side. I hope you can see that now. Very good. So now the next feature is working with paragraphing. Now we use this to direct the text either to the left or to the right. We use this most especially for marginal writing of your letter. For instance, you wanted to write your letter, you wanted to write your letter in such a way that you want the index to be straight at the right hand side. You click this. If you want it to be straight at the left hand side, you click this. Can you see those features? Let me zoom in so that you can be able to see it very clearly. And come in. Now okay, it's back here. Sorry, you know what went wrong now? There is a feature called print mode and mobile mode. This feature here. So if you click on it, it's going to change your paper to look as if it's on the desktop. And if you didn't highlight it, it's going to make it look as if you're working exactly with phone. So as you're working right now, I make this content to look as if it will appear on a laptop or on a mobile, and Windows device. So now let's go to this feature of the next one, this one. Looking at this, it simply tells us that you want to insert a comment. For instance, you want to have a content added to this. You can insert the comments by what? By clicking this. So that comment is going to be a response to what? To what you've highlighted. For instance, address. Now you can see that this feature works with the content of your phone in terms of linking it up with another content, just like a chat, in such a way that when you are working with it and you type it, so it's going to tell you that that is where this account is coming from. For instance, you have a content on the internet and you wanted it to be tagged as a particular information while you are writing or while you are creating your content. So you can just rename it and change the feature, for instance, by highlighting it and tell us what it is. For instance, this one, now I want to comment on it as what? School. Can you see that now? So that's the feature of what? Inserting the comment box. Now the next one we're going to look at today is this. So today we're just going to look at this basic icon here. You get it? So next time we're going to look at more, because we have a lot to look at here. We have the home, we have the insert, we have the draw, we have the layout. So it's only the home we're looking at first today. So we're looking at the next one, which is this. That's inserting a link. A link is a short or long description of what? Of another information. Take for instance, you want to join an address with a content, so that in case I click on it, I'm going to arrive somewhere, just like a shortcut to reach a destination. So you can use a link to what? To capture the content that you want to what? The viewer to see. For instance, I have my YouTube video, for example, now, and I want you to be able to view my video. I'm going to use a link to what? To share that. You cross it, you should be able to access that information. So once you insert it like this, you're going to tell us the text to display. For instance, you want it to display exam link, for instance. Then you come up and say maybe it's an internet. You see, immediately I typed HTTP hypertext protocol, it came up with suggestions. So maybe we use something like bit.ly slash what? Cabcot, for instance. Maybe that's a link. So immediately you click on exam link on that file, it's going to take you to this web address. So it will take you to your browser and what? And load. So when you are done with that, you can just click on insert. You can see that this text has been what? And has been underlined. It has been underlined because it's now a link. If you are working with ordinary text and you just underline it, it's not going to work the same way. But if you click on it and you see that it's coming up with open options, that open link. So if the link is vivid, you're going to click on it and it's going to direct you to where? To the browser of your phone. So that's how to insert a link. The next we have is inserting a what? Picture. So for instance, you have a picture you want to insert on your mobile device. You can insert pictures by what? By using that feature. For instance, I want to insert this picture on my device. Yes. So you can crop it. What is cropping? That's to shape unnecessary parts that you don't like. You can see that. Whether this is the only parts that you love to make use of. You can see that it's very interesting, isn't it? So now I confirmed it. Okay, this is what I need from the picture. Or I want to rotate it, I can change it, rotate. You can see that I can rotate it as much as I want. And if you don't want it, you want to change your mind, you can delete it, and you what? You go and select another image. So that's that. So let's insert this. You're going to see how it's going to look like now. So here it goes. You can see it very big on the screen. So the first thing now you can do is to make it small. So if you want to make this image small, you start by clicking on the edge cycles. You can see cycle here, the cycle. If you scroll down, you're going to see another cycle. So if you bring it like this, you can close the edge cycle and contrast it inward. You can see that it's getting smaller, right? Contrast it. Good. I hope you can see. Beautiful. Now how am I doing this? You see those small cycles at the edges. 1 2 3 4 5. This the first one, this one up top. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. so you can use them to adjust. So if I want to adjust it from this end, I'm going to what? Click on that cycle and either take it up or down to adjust the size of that picture. I hope that is clear to you. So by next time, we're going to look at basic fundamental editing of images on Word documents. However, today we're going to take a pause and stop here for our discussion today. Now, how do I save what I've been doing this morning? Let's go back. If you want to save your document, you come up here, you can see this 3 dots. That is where you can be able to save your document. So that 3 dots shows you the menu of the file you're working with. So when you click on the menu button, you're going to have, do you want to share it, do you want to save it, or you save as? What is the difference between save and save as? Save as means use a specific name to save it, but just saving means that it will save automatically with the name that the computer gave it, which is document what? 2. How do you know that? You read it from here. Can you see document 2 saved? So you can come up here by what? Changing it and save as, or you read out loud, leave that. But for now, we want to try save or save as. So let's go with save as. So it's going to pop out this on your device. If you have signed in with your account, it's going to come up with features like this. That's on a cloud, Microsoft Cloud. But I want to save on this mobile device. What is the difference between cloud drive and device storage? So cloud drive is that you can be able to access it on any device with your account, whether mobile phone, whether laptop, whether tablet, iPad, iPhone, any device. Once you have your account signed in with Microsoft, you can be able to access your drive in the cloud. But if you're saving to this device, so it means it's going to be saved on the memory of this phone. So if I'm trying that, I'll click on it. Then do I want to save it on my documents or download or storage? So probably if you have an external storage device, that's SD card, but I want to save it on document. So I'll change the name now. I change it to Cabcot U or Cabcot 1. Let's call it Cabcot 1. So done. So it's going to save it, saving it. Now the name has been modified, as you can see here, right? Good. So everything you've done, you could save it. So ensure you save and learn how to save today. So once you click on save now, then you're good to go. So you can either rename it again, you copy a link to this file, or you export it out. So I think we're going to stop here today.